бүгдээрэнд нь энэ өдрийн минь төргийа шинэ влогтой тавтаа морил. За заяа бит хоёр гэрээсээ гараад яг одоо нэг ярилцлаганд явж байна. За ямар ярилцлага вэ гэхээр
миний англи хэлний багшны ярилцсан.
Жилийн өмнө нэг Америк багшийн англи хэлний курс сурдаг байсан. Тэгээд тэр багш нь бас энэ Япон хүмүүст зориулаад
англи хэл заадаг.
Англи хэл заадаг. Тэгээд нөгөө Япон хүүхдүүдэд англи хэл сурахын одоо ач холбогдлын талаар юм цуврал юм ярилцлага видео хийж байгаа юм байна. Тэгээд тэрнтэйгээ холбоотойгоор Заяаг ингээ хүүхдүүдэд зориулаад англи хэл яаж сурсан, англи хэл сурахын давуу тал нь ямар байсан гэх мэтчлэн ийм яриа өгөөч гэсэн махгүй. Тэгээд бид хоёр
Экспириенс зүгээр чадна гэж бодож байна.
тий, хөөрхөн хүүхдийн яриа юм чинь яг өөр юм бас туршлагаасаа хуваалцчвал зүгээр юм болов гэж бодож байна. Тэгээд миний охин чинь нөгөө 3 хэлээр ярьдаг охин болчиход байгаа шүү дээ. Одоо 10 настай монгол хэлтэй, англи хэлтэй, за тэгээ Японд амьдардаг учраас Япон хэлтэй. Тэгээд ерөнхийдөө 3 хэлтэй хүүхдэд ямар байдаг жишээлбэл одоо өсөж яваа хүүхэдтэй за аливаа ямиг сэтгэхтэй, аливаа ямиг бодохдоо одоо ингэж аливаа хүний асуултанд хариулахдаа ч гэдэг юм хамгийн эхлээд ямар хэлээр орж ирдэг вэ гэх мэтчлэн нэг тийм сонирхолтой юмнууд асуух байх гэж бодож байна. Тэгээ миний хувьд ч гэсэн хажуунаас нь харахад бол бас сонирхолтой ахах гэж бодож байна. Тэгээ өнөөдрийнхөө влогоор та хэд маань тэр ярилцлагыг хараарай.
Young lady named Zaya. And Zaya is from Mongolia originally, and she's been living in Japan since she was 3 years old, and she's now 10, right?
Yes.
Okay. Zaya, can you show us what your real name is? Okay. Oops, a little bit over this way. Okay. How do you pronounce it?
Ingrid Zaya.
Okay. And what does everybody call you at school?
They call me by my full name or sometimes Zaya.
Okay. Which do you want me to call you by?
Zaya.
Okay.
It's much shorter.
Go ahead and put down the name. So Zaya, you speak 3 languages quite well. So your parents are from Mongolia, so it's not surprising you can speak Mongolian. And you've been going to Japanese school since you were 3 years old, so that's not surprising. But what's very surprising about you is you're very fluent in English.
Yes.
So can you tell us how you began to become an English speaker?
So when I first came to Japan with my parents and twin sister, I couldn't understand Japanese at all, and I started watching English YouTube videos at the time, but I didn't really think that I was learning English at the time, I guess.
So you really didn't have a realization that this was another language that you were learning.
Yes.
It just became quite natural. Now, did you start learning English in Mongolia before you came to Japan?
No, I only spoke Mongolian in Mongolia, and when I was a bit older in Japan, I started speaking English.
And did you have English lessons?
Well, at school, no, but I just kept watching English YouTube videos at home.
So YouTube was your English teacher?
Yes.
Okay, what videos did you watch when you were little that you remember?
Well, when I was little, when I was little, I would have to say maybe Peppa Pig, maybe. Well, mostly I can't really remember.
Oh, yeah. Peppa Pig seems to have helped many non-English speaking kids become English
Yeah.
speakers.
Yeah, though Peppa Pig is British English, I speak American English, so
Yeah.
that's kind
You have
of
a
it.
very American accent.
Yes.
Um, did you, how easy is it for you to switch between the three languages?
Well, in Japanese, it's not it. In Japanese, I have mostly no problem, but in Mongolian and English, it sometimes get all just scrambled up, and sometimes it can get a bit difficult.
Do you think that's because you use English and Mongolian at home together at the same time, where Japanese is a language you only use when you are at school?
Yes, though my parents do speak Mongolian at home, most of the time I speak English.
Oh, you speak English to your parents. Okay. Do you watch any Mongolian TV programs?
Not really.
Are there any good Mongolian children's programs?
Not so many. Well, not so many that I know of.
Maybe that's something you can do in the future,
Yeah.
to make some Mongolian children's programs for people to learn Mongolian.
Mm-hmm.
I remember, Zaya, the first time I met you, I couldn't believe how well you spoke English. I kept thinking something's strange here because I've never seen that before. And so I'm so impressed with your parents making the choice to uh, help you become an English speaker. I remember you spoke English so well, you even told me a knock knock joke
Yeah.
that day. How hard was it for you to learn to read and write in English? You came to my English school because your dad wanted me to teach you how to read and write. But you learned so quickly. I was just so surprised at how fast you learned. Can you explain your experience learning to read and write in English?
Well, so in reading and writing, it was a bit frustrating. Like how you say English is crazy, it kind of is. It's
Well,
just
let me explain. I have a series of textbooks that I've made for kids for learning phonics, and it's called English is Crazy.
yeah.
And in it, I go over all of the crazy spelling rules for children so that children understand that English is crazy. They're not crazy. English is crazy. They still
Yeah.
have to learn the rules, but they don't make sense.
Yeah, and I just found it super frustrating with the spelling, the writing. I would always miss some of the silent letters or read them super weird. But as I kept doing it over and over again, it the
You began to get
frustration.
used to it.
Yeah,
Yeah. It just became a habit.
yeah, it
Even
did.
though the rules don't make sense, you learned them and you did them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
You watched a lot of English videos too about phonics. Was that helpful?
yes, it was helpful.
Let me see. If E and E are together, they make the long E sound. So when you would say those things, and I knew that you'd been watching the videos and you'd been doing the homework I'd given you. So you were a fantastic student. You always did your homework.
Hmm.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
That was, you were so easy to teach. And because you already spoke English, it was easier for you to learn to read because you could anticipate the meaning of the sentences. So now, do you read in English?
Yes, I do. Especially and I read a lot. Well, when I play Animal Crossing on the Nintendo, my dad got it for me about, I don't know, maybe 2 or 1 years ago.
Okay.
Some of the channels or YouTube videos have those their words written under them, and sometimes I would read them a lot.
Ah, okay. In the future, what do you hope to become, or what would you like to study in the future? What are you interested in?
Well, I kind of want to become an I don't know if I can say this out loud. Well,
If you don't want to say it, it's okay. But if you want to
Yeah.
give us a little hint,
well, drawing, I guess.
drawing.
Yeah.
What would you like to draw?
Well, like maybe now I'm really interested in drawing maybe some clothes or something like that.
Okay, so fashion drawing. So
Yeah.
you're interested in fashion.
Yeah.
Wow. That means with English, you can go anywhere in the world to study fashion
Yeah.
and to study, Paris or New York or even Tokyo. So with all of your language skills, that will be easy for you.
Yeah.
Is there any advice you'd like to give to kids or parents who want to become speakers of another language?
So first, I think you would have to start from the bottom, making a foundation, then get higher.
How do you make the foundation?
Well, first start from the bottom, like from the ABCs, and first by the ABCs, then learn the words, then learn the meaning. And then after you're done with the speaking part, it'll be much easier to learn the reading and writing much faster.
How much time do you think people should spend listening to another language?
Maybe at least maybe about an hour.
An hour every day?
Yeah.
Okay. That would do it. And what age should people start at?
Well, at young ages, you can maybe 3 or something. You could learn it much faster, and you could adapt to it much faster. So I think when you're really young, you could learn it much better than when you're older.
Zaya, thank you so much for your wonderful story. And many people are going to be inspired and probably start working harder to learn another language. Would you please say goodbye and good luck to everybody in 3 different languages?
So good luck on learning English and other languages. Намайг үзсэн баярлалаа. Тэгээд баяртай. Эго нарано гамбатте. Minna. Sayonara.
Very good. Thank you so much, Zaya. Bye-bye.
Bye.